And first up, we get you details of the shocker coming in from Congress MLA on guarantees, where blackmail politics on guarantees is on in full swing by this Congress MLA, who has warned of scrapping guarantees if people don't vote for the Congress. He's also hinted that once these guarantees are scrapped, they will use the funds for development. Congress MLA H.C. Balakrishna, who was speaking at a People Connect program in Magadi, made these statements. Listen in.
ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮತ ಅಕ್ಷತೆ ಕಾಳಗ 5 ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ ನಾನು ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳ ಹತ್ರ ಉಪಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳ ಹತ್ರ ಮಾತಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಹೇಳಿದೆ, ಜನ ಇವತ್ತು ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನ ಕಟ್ಟತಕ್ಕಂಥ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಹಿಂದೂಗಳು, ನಮಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಗೌರವ ಇದೆ. ಆದ್ರೆ ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನದಲ್ಲಿ ಮತ ಪಡಿತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಅದು ಸಾಧುವಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ನಮ್ಮ ವಾದ. ಇವತ್ತು ಈ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಜನ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನ ಕಟ್ಟೋರು, ನಾನು ನಮ್ಮ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳು ಉಪಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದೆ, ಇವತ್ತೇನಾದ್ರೂ ಎಂಪಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಅತಿ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಸ್ಥಾನವನ್ನ ಗೆಲ್ಸಿದ್ರೆ ಈ ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿಯನ್ನ ಮುಂದುವರ್ಸೋದು, ಇಲ್ಲ ಜನ ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ ತಿರಸ್ಕಾರ ಮಾಡೋರು ಅಂತ ಆಯ್ತು. ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಗೆಲ್ಲಿಸ್ತೇವೆ ತಿರಸ್ಕಾರ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಾವೇನ್ ತೀರ್ಮಾನ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು? ಈ ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿಗೆ ಬೆಲೆ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅಕ್ಷತೆಗೆ ಬೆಲೆ ಇದೆ. ಅವಾಗ ನಾವು ಒಂದು ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಒಂದು ಅಕ್ಷತೆ ಹಾಕಿ ನಾವು ಒಂದು ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನ ಕಟ್ಟಿ ಅದು ಪೂಜೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಓಟ್ ಹಾಕ್ಸ್ತೀವಿ. ಏನ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಹೇಳಿ? ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ ಬೇಕಾ ಅಕ್ಷತೆ ಬೇಕಾ? ತೀರ್ಮಾನ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ. ನಾನು ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ನೀವು ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದಿಂದ ಈ ರಾಜ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಜನ ನಮ್ಮ ಪಕ್ಷದ ಲೋಕಸಭಾ ಸದಸ್ಯರನ್ನ ಗೆಲ್ಲಿಸಬೇಕು. ಗೆಲ್ಲಿಸ್ತೇವೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ಜನಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತದೆ. ನಿಮ್ ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ ಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ ಜನಕ್ಕೆ, ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಇಲ್ಲ.
Cutting across to Prajwal, who's joining us live on the broadcast. Prajwal, guarantees any which way has been a sticky point for the Congress, but now it has come down to this, where this MLA is blackmailing the voters, saying that if you don't vote for the Congress, we'll take it back.
Absolutely, Suesha. This is definitely nothing but blackmail as well. And the Congress MLA H.C. Balakrishna will need to go ahead and understand that such blackmail tactics will not work as well. Because the Congress in its manifesto had made it very clear during the 2023 Assembly elections that they will go ahead and promise 5 guarantees, especially for those who will vote for the Congress party in the state of Karnataka for the assembly elections. Nowhere had they mentioned anything about Lok Sabha elections, and there were no terms and conditions to it. Secondly, H.C. Balakrishna also says that we will stop these guarantees if you do not vote for the Congress in the Lok Sabha elections, and we will divert these funds to build temples as well as to go ahead and use these funds for development. First and foremost, Mr. H.C. Balakrishna has still not understood the fact that it is not the government of India who's going ahead and giving funds for the Ram Mandir, but it's the people's offering. Secondly, he's also now indirectly pointing out that yes, the funds which were meant for development in the state of Karnataka are the ones which are being diverted for the guarantees, and therefore development is also taken a complete backseat as well, and people are not witnessing any sort of development in the state of Karnataka, which has completely been crippled, and are throwing away investors too. And therefore these statements came in the presence of Congress MP Mr. D.K. Suresh as well, who is the Bengaluru rural MP in Magadi Assembly constituency in Siragurapura village as well. So all of this is now being looked in a very critical angle, because now the people are wondering whether the Congress had actually made many terms and conditions to it as well. And also now the BJP has hit out at the Congress party, saying that we were all waiting only for this. First, the Deputy Chief Minister of Karnataka stated that they had no funds for development, and now a Congress MLA is only playing Pied Piper to the Deputy Chief Minister by saying that all the funds for development are being used for guarantees, and therefore now they will scrap the guarantees if the people do not vote for the Congress and will concentrate on development. He also brings in the Ram Mandir issue over here. He speaks about the akshate, meaning to tell the grains of rice, which is now being offered by the BJP, which was offered by the BJP to each and every house in Karnataka, asking them to go ahead and give this as an offering to nearby temples of Ram Mandirs or Lord Hanuman as well. And he's saying that the BJP is seeking votes in the names of temple, whereas we are seeking votes in the names of the guarantees, and it is for the people to decide. And if you do not vote for the Congress, we will think that you have rejected the guarantees and we will scrap it.
All right, Prajwal, many thanks for getting us all those details. Moving on, now according to sources, Hemant Soren has called MLAs and leaders for a meeting at 11. That is in about an hour and a half from now. This meeting is being seen as very important as he is all set to face the ED. In all likelihood, that is to happen at 1 p.m. And before that, Hemant Soren is keen on meeting with his MLAs ahead of the questioning with the ED. Details coming in from sources of how this meeting is slated for 11. Let me cut across to Piyush, who's joining us from the national capital to give us details on what is slated for Hemant Soren. Piyush, why exactly has he called this meeting at 11? What is to be discussed in this meeting? How is he preparing to face the ED? And as we hear, that is to happen at 1 p.m. Is that confirmed? How is the day really lined up for Hemant Soren?
So, Suyesha, you have raised some very important questions, and let me just first tell you that yesterday also Hemant Soren had kept a meeting with his MLAs yesterday night, and in that also late night when the MLAs came out, they said that irrespective of the challenges which is being faced by the leader in terms of being probed by the Enforcement Directorate in multiple scams, they will stand behind the leader. Now, the main context of this meeting perhaps is to fear for the worst and also plan of what can be done as far as the orientation of Jharkhand Mukti Morcha, the party which Hemant Soren right now is leading, can take place if Hemant Soren perhaps might get arrested. Now, there are speculations that if Hemant Soren might get arrested by the Enforcement Directorate, or is there any punitive action that might be taken by the Enforcement Directorate on Hemant Soren, there is a possibility that Hemant Soren might provide the role of being the Chief Minister to his wife Kalpana Soren. However, these are just speculations. We really do not know what exactly would be the orientation, what exactly would be the dispensation that would be taken by the Jharkhand Mukti Morcha if and when the punitive action on Hemant Soren takes place by the Enforcement Directorate, if and only when it happens. Having said that, today is also a very important day, and all eyes would be on Ranchi when finally Enforcement Directorate will get a chance to probe and interrogate Hemant Soren on the alleged land scam case. Now, Republic TV has already provided the document charge sheet of how scathing allegations have been made against Hemant Soren. It is important to note that so far Hemant Soren has not been made as an accused in this case, but yes, he is definitely under scanner, and the Enforcement Directorate would definitely like to interrogate and would like to know some very important answers of this alleged land scam which has been there in the know-how since 2022. Now, with regards to this scam, there was a massive raid that was conducted in National Capital, and in this, the Enforcement Directorate has been able to confiscate 2 luxury vehicles which were both Benami properties and also rupees 36 lakh. So all these is going to be confronted, all these is going to be presented to Hemant Soren when they're going to question the Jharkhand Chief Minister, and it will be important to note that at the end of the day, what is going to be the action that is going to be taken by Enforcement Directorate. Back to the studio.